What's going on, everybody? I am Dope, your idiot leader, and this is Dope Comics on my YouTube channel. And, in life, there's ups and there's downs. And the same thing with the comic book market, I guess you would say. We have great stories, and then we have this straight up nerd trash. Metamorpho. Metamorpho #1. I knew going into it was going to be weird. I like weird. I am weird. I knew it was going to be different. I like different. I am different. Hell, the dude's bald-headed and weird. I thought, well, that's me. I could be Metamorpho. I could be in another world. I could be Metamorpho. What did I read? What kind of rubbish? What kind of garbage? This is the bad side of comics. And I know I'm not supposed to get everything. Not everything is for me. Some things are targeted at a different audience. But this right here was targeted. What in tarnation audience was this targeted for? I mean, I was really trying to find something good about this book. And I know some people, it's like, hey, I can't believe you bought that. You ought to know better to buy that. I mean, come on, dude. Look at that cover. You ought to know that was pure dumpster juice. You ought to know it when you bought it. What are you so mad about, you idiot? Well, I'm the idiot leader. I'm not really mad. I'm just disappointed. And it's not disappointed that the story, I guess it is. I'm disappointed that the story's bad. But the story's not bad. I don't understand what the fucking story's about. You could give me a bad story, and if I was entertained by it, I still had fun. But this book made no sense from the very first page. One hand tells me you gotta be some kind of fucking scientist to know all the elements that go together, and E.g. makes sulfuric gas. Sulfuric gas plus pepperonis plus 3.2.5 equals oxygen. I don't know what that shit is. I don't know what this book's even talking about. And this book started out talking about shit that I guess you're supposed to know. Metamorpho. I like books where you can pick up a #1 issue and it just lets you take off on that magic comic journey ride. And you can't do that with this. You can't do that. You can't do that with this. If you ain't lost and you think this was a personal, great story, more power to you. Because, books hit different for different people. And somebody out there, good googly boogly, somebody out there thinks this is the best book of the year, I'm sure. Somebody out there thought this was amazing writing. Somebody out there, bless their heart, thinks this is a great book. And if they do, that's fine. I'm glad you enjoyed your comic. But for me, this is straight up fucking scientist dumpster juice. I don't know what's going on. All I want to do with this is do some kind of science experiment and see if really paper burns with fire. First, they charged me another $1 because I had to go with the cardstock, and then, you get just the regular average cover in there. And the characters were not that great, but I did like this Mr. 3. I thought he looked cool, and I like his name. And as you can see, he's already turning into some kind of fucking sulfuric gas. So I don't know what these guys' abilities are, but it seems like they can just do anything they want. The book, I did not like the coloring at all. I didn't like the artwork too good. It looked like a simple cartoon from the 80s on Saturday morning. The artwork wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. Lots of non-story going on here. How many do you see? How many word bubbles you see? Not much going on there. Lots of panels, not many word bubbles. And then when you did get a word bubble, it made no sense. Not unless you're a fucking scientist, I guess. But anyway, the story made no sense. They're tearing down pipes and shooting sulfuric acid or something and mixing oxygen and CHO and carbon monoxide and pepperonis and You gotta be MacGyver to understand this book, because I don't understand what all these elements are. So why am I reading an element story? It won't happen again, I tell you that. Anyway, the characters are really kind of crappy. They expect me to know who these people are. I don't know who these people are. And I don't know what happens whenever gases form solids. I don't know. So why these people are melting and stuff, I have no idea. But this book, I read the whole story, and it was hard to read the whole story. There's so many really hits or misses in the comic book world, but this was a pure, easy strikeout. Easily struck out. My sympathetic, simple mind could not handle the damage. I could not handle what was going on. It was hard for me to read that book. I felt like I was reading I thought I was back in school reading a science project. I don't know. But it was trash. It was trash. It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't my kind of artwork. It wasn't my kind of coloring. And that's if it is your kind of coloring, don't be all mad, holler at me down in the comments about how it's a great book and I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. You're not telling me nothing. I know what I like. And if you like it, then great. I'm glad you like your book. Keep on supporting the comic community, because that's what we need. Support the comic community. We need all people. We need you scientific nerds to keep reading this stuff and enjoying it. But I cannot support Metamorpho. I loved Metamorpho in 2023, Danger Street. I loved it. But this here is not for me. I like weird, I like odd. But I'm going to give this a CGC 1.0, because I can't give it a 0.5. It's not incomplete. I read it all. But man, was it garbage. I mean, seriously, this story was garbage. Who's going to read that? Who is this book even intended for? I don't know what kind of crowd, who you aiming at? Nobody's going to read and buy that shit. And, it is what it is. But that was awful. And if you like it, so be it. But you have bad taste. Read good comics, and I will see you again beneath the blackened sky. Keep it weird, baby.